Morning, everybody. Welcome. I haven't been up at 6:30 for quite a while, so it does feel extra early to me. My parents are just in the other room. I'm here in Florida visiting them, helping them out. So my mom might actually stick her head in wondering who I'm talking to. So hopefully you saw my message. If you could grab a strap, something to allow you to bind your arms. If you need a way to elevate the ground to you, I do. I'm feeling especially sore today. So I have a little step stool, but a couple books. If you have blocks at home, even better. And perhaps pillows just to prop yourselves up in child's pose or in your shavasana. So let's get started. Go ahead and start in a child's pose, sinking your hips towards your heels. And you can bring your knees closer in so that you give your ribs some support with your inner thighs. And that's especially nice if you're having back issues. I know working from home right now, a lot of us aren't sitting in a proper position. I know I like to sit up on my bed. So notice what support your body needs right away. Draw your belly to your spine. Spread your fingers wide on the mat. Feel yourselves awakening. Actively root the palms into the mat and press the mat away. Feel your spine elongate and your hips sink to your heels. Just for 3 breaths. Full inhale. Feel the lungs expand, ribs expand, back expand. To the top of the inhale, pause. Open your mouth, let it go. Let's do that 2 more times. Full breath in. Lungs expand, diaphragms expanding, awakening your bodies. Clear it away with the exhale. Good. 1 more time, full body breath. This time, open your mouths, exhale, softening out your elbows, softening out your face, softening out your shoulders, and perhaps feeling yourselves getting softer through the tailbone. Just sinking at this point, sinking. Continue breathing in through your nose and back out through your nose. And especially in the morning, it might feel like you're a little stuffed up. With your mouth closed, just bring the corner of your mouth up to closed mouth smile and breathe slow and steady, full through the nose. And back out through the nose. Good. No place to be. No rush. Feel your body awakening with each inhale. And softening and relaxing into your mats with each exhale. And noticing how your body feels here, know that you're not stuck. You have choices to change at any point. Change is the only constant in life at this point. So perhaps you bring a few pillows under your chest or under your hips to give yourselves a little bit more support. And continue finding your Ujjayi breath. Perhaps at this point, you take prayer hands above your head, elbows hugging tight towards your ears, and prayer hands above your head. Not only a nice stretch for the arms and the shoulders, but a nice way to connect for yourselves. setting up for your new day. We know the power of yoga, the power of breath, and the transformation that it creates within as well as externally. So what is it that you need this morning? A way to set your day straight. Set your intention and let that be the guide for your practice. Good. Take another full breath in. Sip in as much air as you can. Lungs expand, diaphragm expands, back is broadening with the inhale. Open your mouth, sigh it away. Good. Coming up into tabletop. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Nice and slow. Deep breath in as you slowly lower your ribs down, lift your chest up, lift your hips up. Cow. Round it out with cat and draw the belly up, tuck your chin and tailbone, really press the ground away through your hands. Full breath, inhale. Long breath, exhale. One more time, big breath in. Breath out. Now you felt the sensation of opening the ribs and rounding the back. Now neutralize the back by drawing the ribs and the belly up to the spine, rooting through the hands and the knees. Good. Activate the extension of the right leg. So the ball of the foot presses into the back of the mat. Maybe rock it back a bit, just giving your hamstring a nice stretch. Rolling around the ankle in one direction and then the other. Good. And then actively rooting through the hands, firming through the belly, and lifting through the right thigh. The tendency here is to overlift, which does cause the ribs to fall out. So keep the heel in line with the hips and lift up through the hips. Root down through the hands and lift out of the shoulder. So feel the stability extending your left arm, right leg. Good. Crown of the head extends forward, so your gaze is forward. We're holding here for 5, 4, 3, slow and steady breath. Building heat from inside, strengthening your core and your low back. Last 2. Stay with me. One more big inhale. Release the hand, curl your left toes under, press it up and back, 3-legged dog. Big stretch on the inhale. Exhale, high plank, knee to the nose. Up and back. Knee to the nose. Good. One more time. Big breath in. Long breath out. Good. 3-legged dog. Keep the leg extended. Stay with me. Come through high plank. So the leg is hovering. The arms are strong. Feel the core activate. Plant your right toes on top of your left heel. Make sure your hips are in line with your shoulders. There's no piking or dropping. Really activate the thighs, the glutes, and the belly to stabilize. Now from here, the elbows hug into the ribs, lower halfway. Press the ground away. Lower halfway. Press the ground away. Good. 3 more. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. 1 more. Good. Release the foot to the mat. Move your right hand in 1 inch. And now lift your right leg again, strong and long. Activate the press of the right hand and reach through the left hand. For 3, 2, good. 1 more big inhale. Release the hand and foot, making knees to the mat. Draw your chest forward and lower all the way down. Good. From your baby cobra. Tops of the feet root, firm the thighs, glutes, and belly. Lift the heart. Good. Now you know I can't see you, but I want you to be honest with yourselves. It's not about how much you push through the hands. I want you to lift through your sternum, draw your shoulders down your back. Feel your toes lengthen down the mat. You're here for 3. 2, still firming your belly, engage your glutes. 1 more full breath in. Good, and release. Press up through tabletop. Take some movement with cow and cat, nice and slow. Or just sink your hips towards your heels and take a child's pose and maybe wag your hips a little side to side. Slow the breath. Fill the body. Good. You know, we have the other side to do as well. And I'm already feeling it, and we just started. So you're not alone, right? One breath at a time. We've got this. Come through neutral. From belly and ribs to spine. Extend the ball of the left foot to the back of the mat. Strengthen the arms. Lengthen the spine. When you rotate the ankle around one direction and the other. Good. Just awakening the joints. From here, root down to lift through the left heel. Keep the pinky toe dialed down. Press through the hands and lift up out of your shoulders. So you're strong from the other side to gain length on the upper side. Right arm, left leg. Start noticing if the ribs are dropping out. Firm them up. Lift them up and lengthen. For 5. 4. 3. 2. Keep building up to lengthen out. Good. Release the hand. Curl your right toes under, up and back. 3-legged dog. Big stretch. Exhale, high plank, knee to the nose. Try not to let the chin collapse to the chest, even when you come through high plank, knee to the nose. One more time, 3-legged dog. Keep the legs strong and long. Come through high plank, floating plank. Plant the left toes on top of the right ankle. Good. And then elbows tight to the ribs, lower halfway. Press the ground away. Lower halfway. Press the ground away. Belly, glutes, and thighs working together for 3, 2. Good. One more. Stay with me. Plant the left foot to the floor. Move your left hand into center by 1 inch. It'll give you more stability. Left leg lifts. Right arm extends for 3, 2. Good. Big stretch. Release hand and foot, maybe knees to the mat. Lower all the way down. Beautiful. This time, sweep your arms back. Find your half locust. Belly's engaged. Glutes are engaged. Thighs are engaged. So much so that with the feet rooted, your knees lift up. Now lengthen out and draw back. Notice how your back feels. Maybe lift through the thighs and reach back through the toes and the fingers. Last 3. Slow breath in. And breath out. Biggest breath in, lift and lengthen. And release, beautiful. Press up into tabletop. Take some movement to release the strain in the low back. Maybe it's just a sink of the hips to one heel and then the other. Maybe it's a child's pose. My yoga classes are like the books where you have different options, A, B, or C. I want you to always have that opportunity to tune into your bodies and make it what you need it to be. Good. Now, before we come into down dog, let's just give our wrist a little break. Turn the back of your palm to the mat. Press down through the back of the wrist. But lift up out of the shoulder. Good. If there's any strain more than a stretch, then don't do this. Release that hand, shake it out. Now your other hand, turn the back of the palm to the mat, fingers towards your knee. Now press down and lift up out of it. Few breaths here to let the body soften, let the shoulder release. Feel the stretch in your forearm. Good. Power yoga, everything doesn't have to be powerful. There's strength in knowing that we need that support, that restorative moment. Turn the inner wrists forward. Again, fingers towards your knee. And then draw forward slightly and draw back slightly. Just work around until you find where you're finding that stretch in your wrists,
your forearms. We're doing a lot more on the computer and phone lately, so we really need this opportunity. Good. Now from here, curl your toes under. Walk your hands back and shake them out. So just a simple toes pose while we release the hands, rolling around one direction and the other. Your toes are curled down, your hips are sinking on your heels. Form your belly to your spine. Sit up nice and tall, lifting from your sternum. And then lifting from your ears so you feel that the side of the neck gets long as well. Good. And from here, even turn the backs of your wrists into one another. I'll turn towards the camera so you can see. Soften the shoulders, but press the backs of the wrists together. Sit up nice and tall. Full breath in. And a long breath out. Good. Releasing the hands once again. Sweep high. Big stretch. Hands to heart center. Clasp the knuckles around the back. Press the palms forward. Draw them up with a big stretch on the inhale. Exhale your hands behind your back. Knuckles drag down, shoulders drop down, heart lifts up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Good. We do that one more time. Full breath in. Sweep high. Long breath out, hands to heart center. Clasp the knuckles around the back. Draw. Open up, hands drop down. Lengthen up through the front body, look up. Hands back to heart center. One big breath in. And clear it away. Oh, I know you're feeling it. I am too. Tops of the feet. Tap them out until the sensation dissipates. Good. And even here, press the tops of the feet down. Lift your knees. So core work right away, but giving the tops of the feet an opportunity to stretch. The opposite direction you just did, toes pose. Okay, so a little longer and brace for this morning. That's okay. All the nooks and crannies needed. Release the knees, curl your toes under. As the fingers are spread wide, the knuckles are engaged. Lengthen through the arms and feel the upper arms form in with a slight rotation of the inner elbows forward. In years past, we used to cue, draw your chest to your thighs, and what would happen is your ribs, your belly would drop out. So draw up slightly, firming belly and ribs to spine, but draw back more from your hips. You're welcome to bend your knees. Feel how that gives the back a little more space. Pressing one heel and then the other, shaking out the crown of the head. Good. Keep the engagement. Walk your hands a little closer towards your feet. Enough so that you can take, let's do the left hand first, to the outside of the right calf. Press through the right hand and draw with the left hand, looking under your right armpit. Nice stretch. And here's an added challenge. And it is fire up the right thigh, the right arm, and start lifting through your left leg, in line with your left hip. 3, 2, one big stretch to the left heel, and then release. Yes, release the left arm. Reset. Engage the lift of the kneecaps, engage the thighs, the belly. Right hand to left outer calf. Make sure you have a good grip of the mat. Press away through the left hand, drag in with the right hand, and look under your left arm. Even here, your hips are drawing back away from your armpits. Now look back down. Stabilize. Engage your breath. Slowly raise your right leg up. Fire up through the heel. For 3, 2. Good. One more big breath in. And release. Walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. But stay with me. I know we're so used to forward folds. We're going to take it in a low sphere today. So take a halfway lift. Firming ribs and belly up. Feel how the spine is supported from the other side. It's almost like you're in a halfway plank. Now keep the length. Bend the knees. Drop the hips way down. And you can either bring your forearms on your thighs or extend the arms for a big stretch on the inhale. Belly, glutes, and thighs all working together. On the exhale, airplane. 3 more. Good. 1 more time. As the arms sweep back, press them down and rise up into Tadasana. Arms sweep high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Holding your intentions. Mindfully step forward with the right foot. Heel, center, and ball. A walking meditation here, nice and slow. Left foot. Feel each corner of the foot rooting down. Slowly walking forward. Keeping your intentions and your thoughts. Let this be enough. As you make it to the front of your mat, with your feet hips width, drag the mat in towards one another so you feel the inner thighs engage. Good. Squeeze up through the kneecaps as the arches lift, bellies engage, and here the sternum lifts. So this engagement from the ground up is what we're looking for in every standing asana. Fire up the breath and lift high, big reach. Exhale, bend the knees, come all the way down, low skier. Stay for an inhale from your belly, plant your hands to the mat, step back, high plank. Good. Option to lower the knees. Elbows tight to the ribs, halfway down or all the way. Full breath into your heart opening. 3 breaths here. Fire up your thighs. Squeeze your glutes. Draw your belly to your spine. Now notice how the shoulders want to roll forward. Draw the shoulder blades together, lengthen your sternum forward. Now press through the hands and lift up. Nice full breath here. 2. 1 more. From belly strength, roll over the toes, draw the hips away from the armpits. Down dog. Good. Reset. Maybe roll your chin from shoulder to shoulder, shaking out the crown of the head, loosening your neck. Still feeling the support from the ground and building up through that. Each exhale softens you around the edges. Good. Now bend your knees a lot. Look to your hands. Either spring forward or step forward. Feet hips width. Flat back. Low skier. Inhale the arms forward. Exhale, sweep them back and root to rise. Big breath in. Stay with me. High twist to the right. Inhale forward. High twist to the left. 1 more time. Big breath in. All the way back down, low skier. Full inhale, firm belly. Keep the length in the spine. Step it back. Now you know where you're going. Full breath through the up dog. Long breath out into down dog. Stay for 3 breaths. Feel the hips moving back, away from the armpits. Draw up through the kneecaps, engaging thighs and belly. On the next inhale, bend the knees, look to the hands, spring or step. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. High twist on the exhale. Through center to the other side. Inhale. Low skier. Hold for a breath. Release hands and feet. Take it high to low. Remember, knees can always drop. Working through the engagement to lengthen and lift. Release down dog. 2 breaths this time. Bend the knees up to the hands. You know where you're going. Hold, reset the spine. Plant the hands, step it back. Nice and controlled, slow breathing here. Full inhale. Awaken the body, lift the heart. Empty through down dog. 1 breath in, 1 breath out. Spring or step lightly once again. Let's do it again. Last time, flat back. Low skier. Inhale. And exhale. Stay here for a moment. Good. Now as you extend the arms, feel that the ribs aren't dropping out. We are coming into chair, but that only means that your belly and ribs still support the spine, and your arms slowly reach up to the point that they're going to feel that the rib cage is popping out. That's where you stop. Rotate pinkies in, soften shoulders down. Sink the hips a little further back and down. Yes. And now here you breathe. Bringing the smile back to your face. Bringing your intentions back to your thoughts. Last 5. Full breath in. Long breath out. Last 2. Really extend the arms. Breathe into the lungs. Empty it out, forward. Fold. Good. If your ground is too far away, which mine often is, bring your blocks or books. Otherwise, hook opposite hand, opposite elbow. Perhaps soften the knees and let your back broaden and release. Make this what you need it to be. Sometimes just bending into one knee and then the other. Notice what's happening in the outer thighs and the hamstrings, the IT bands. If you're tight like me, you're feeling this already. Good. Perhaps you come into stillness through the hips and just sway your torso. All right. Back through center, take a flat back. We're going to take crow here together. Now, I know that's not in everybody's practice, but I do want you to work into your arms a lot today. So come down into a squat. And where you might want to add in some stability and support, good to bring those books or blocks in. So a lot of people I know are taught to balance on the crown of their head in crow. If you already know it, go for it. For those that are still learning it, prop yourselves up on your block. Good. So your feet are closer together. Your arms extend shoulders width as long as you can. Spread the fingers wide. You're balancing on your hands. You need a lot of stability. You're going to engage the knuckles like you're opening a jar. Lift the hips. You need to lift the hips to start so that you can walk forward. Bending the elbows in towards one another. Stack the elbows over the wrist. Good. So now you see I'm in this squatted position. You have to lengthen your sternum and lift it as if you're coming into baby cobra. Now the backs of the knees onto the backs of the elbows. Press through the hands, lift through the heart, form through the belly, and then maybe the toes come off the block. Good. Hug the heels tight to the glutes. Give it a try. One big breath in. Either step it back or jump it back into a low plank. Full inhale. And long exhale. Good. Nice work, everybody. I'm playing with a lot of arm balances today, so it's a good start. From here, raise the heels. Spin them to the right. And now as the heels press into the mat, press your hands evenly into the mat and draw your hips up and back. So it's a crooked down dog. Good. Stay here for a few breaths. Notice if you still lift your knees, engage your thighs and your belly. Lengthen your arms. You get a nice stretch through the side body. Keep that length. Take it into side plank. Shift forward. Your feet still stay centered, shoulder over wrist, left arm high. Big stretch on the inhale. Exhale, wrap it under. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. 2. Good. 1 more. Good. Come through high plank. You can choose to stay, flow, or go into down dog. Good. Reset. Lift the heels. Spin them to the left this time. Take your time. Often when you know where you're going, you're not comfortable with being where you're at. Can you arrive? Press the hands. Lift the hips. Form the thighs. Good. 2 breaths. Come to your side plank, shift forward, shoulder over wrist, firm your belly, engage your glutes, engage your thighs, the heels press away, so crown of the head lengthens forward, reach up, exhale, wrap it under. 3 more, 2, good, 1 more time, come through head plank, flow or release straight back, downward facing dog. You have 3 to 5 breaths here, either in down dog or child's pose. Give yourselves an opportunity to reset. Nice full breath in. Good, long breath out. Excellent. Now raise your right leg high. 3-legged dog. Come through your high plank, knee to the nose. 3-legged dog, big stretch. Knee to the right elbow. 3-legged dog. Good, knee to the left elbow. Hold it there. Shoot your star. Shoot the right leg through to the left side of your mat. Spin your left heel down. A nice twist once again. A lot of arms and twists today. Press through the heels, lift through the hips. Maybe raise your right heel off the floor. Good. Up and back, 3-legged dog. Crescent lunge. Good. So now as you root down and rise up, clasp your hands together. Point your fingers, point. Steeple your hands. Hug your arms in towards your ears. Firm your belly. Slowly shift forward, coming into Warrior 3. And Warrior 3 is parallel to the floor. Left toes dial down. Right hip firms in. As you get longer, can you lower your chest? Good. Listen up. Knee to chest, rise up. You can bring your hands to heart center. Take it back into Warrior 3 once again. Strengthen and lengthen. Chest through heels. All the way back up. Reach up. Lift up. 1 more time. Hands to heart center. Take it back. Warrior 3. This is no arching in the back. This is not airplane. Lengthen and firm from the underside. Rise up again. Hold. Press the ground. Lift the knee. Take a high twist to the left. Good. Notice that right leg. It really needs to work. Stand tall. Look back to your left hand. Step it back eventually. Warrior 2. Good. Your right knee tracking to the second toe. Turn your left toes forward slightly. Engage the glute muscles and lift up through the sternum. I know the right leg's talking to you. Straighten it up, lift up. Open up. This time, reverse it. Hold here for 3. Sink a little lower. Firm through the thighs and glutes. Lengthen and lift through the right arm. And release, runner's lunge. Good. 3-legged dog. Maybe a 3-legged chaturanga, high to low. Releasing the foot. Full breath in. Long breath out. Take a moment. Good. Clear it away. Left leg. 3-legged dog. High plank, knee to the nose. 3-legged. Knee to the left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. Hold it. Lift it. Send it through. Spin your right heel down. Now both heels press. Both thighs squeeze. Belly's engaged. Lift up. Now with all this stability, can you press through the right heel and lift through the left? You can even bind it for a little more support. Good. 1 more big breath. You're away, 3-legged dog. Into crescent. Widen your stance, you have stability. Feel the hips engaging, pressing through the ground, and the ground giving you traction to lift up. Clasp the hands together, lengthen up. Slowly take it into Warrior 3. Dial the pinky toes down. Lengthen through the center of your chest and then reach out through the fingers. Slowly rise up, knee to chest, arms high. Hands to heart center, warrior three. Good. Rise up. Stand tall. Hands to heart center. It takes a little bit of the weight away from the low back. Press through the heel, lengthen through the sternum. Get any bit lower through the chest. Rise up, big reach. Press the ground through the left leg. Firm the belly, reach the fingers. Take your high twist. Maybe you look back to your right hand and step back. Warrior two. Good. Notice your alignment. Shoulders over hips. So you're not body surfing. Hips continue to press. And squeeze the feet in. Feel those inner thighs engage. Now use that to draw up through the crown of the head. Open it up. Keep that engagement as you press through the left leg. Lengthen and lift. Open up. Warrior two. Two more. Good. Hold the warrior. Reverse it and lengthen. From the hip through the armpit. And then breathe up. And then out through the left fingers. One more. Full breath in. And release. Three-legged dog. Option to carry it through high to low. Nice and controlled. Full breath in. Long breath out. Take a moment. Reset. Bending the knees, lift to the hands. Springer step. Flat back. Low here. Reach out through the arms. Turning it into a chair just by raising the arms. Don't compromise the ribs. One big reach. Clear it away. Plant the hands. Play with your crow. Plant the hands, lengthen and lift. And maybe you send it back and take your vinyasa. Right side. Crescent. Root down, rise up. Good. Take it into warrior three. Rise up, knee to chest. Stand tall. High twist. Warrior two. Gentle warrior, big reach. Open and reverse. Good. Carry through vinyasa. You can always start modifying here with cow and cat. Full breath. Don't skip it. Empty through down dog. Left side. Furrow your belly, ground through the feet, lift through the heart with the fingers. Take it into your warrior three, excuse me. Lengthen, and then slowly rise up. Press through the foot, reach through the fingers, take your high twist. Step it back. Straighten, open, reverse, and release. Good. Vinyasa through. Find your breath. Awaken the body. Clear away. One more time. Open your mouth side out. Bend your knees one last time. Springer step forward. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen. Lift through the feet. Crow pose. Find your way through once again. Vinyasa. You can always skip the vinyasas. Right side crescent. Root down, rise up. Take it into your airplane. Your muscles have memory. Notice they know where to go a little bit easier. You have to stay connected with breath. Gentle warrior. Warrior two. Reverse. Release. Good. You can always step it back, drop your knees, and take 2 cow and cats. Good. Finding your way to down dog, left side. Nice, slow breathing here. Don't cruise through it. Otherwise, you're compromising the point of what you're doing. Lengthen it out, firm it up. Stand tall. High twist. Warrior two. That's okay. We're all a little off balance. Me too. Gentle warrior. Reverse. and release. Good. Vinyasa through.
Once again, 3 breaths. Full inhale. Open mouth, let it go. Nice work, everybody. Now we feel our bodies awakening, clearing out, detoxing, coming into a standing sequence here. So you're going to need your books, your blocks, or whatever support you need to bring the ground closer to you. You're also going to need your strap. So make sure you move those to the front of your mat, and we'll work through this together. Okay. Starting with your right leg, stepping up, warrior 1. Good. And my strap, here we go. So from warrior 1, step your feet wide enough that you can actually square your hips off. Actively draw your right hip into the midline and fire up the left thigh, pressing the thigh to the back of your mat and root the heel down. So I want you to feel that left heel is just as strong as the front heel. Good. Now from here, straighten your front leg, keeping the hips square. This is where the strap comes in handy. We're coming into gratitude pose. The right arm elevates. You bend your right elbow. Take your left hand to the back of the room and then bend the left elbow. Hand to the back of your mat, bend at the elbow, grabbing your straps. Move your hands as close as you can towards one another. Some of you might actually have flexible shoulders, mine are not so. So I use my props to stabilize. And here I really want you to press through the right ball of the foot, draw back through the right hip. Firm your belly so that your spine's supported. This is not about how low you can go, because I know I'm already feeling this here. Keep lengthening through your sternum. Notice the back wants to round. That's the path of least resistance. Please don't round the back. Slight squeeze of the shoulder blades, even here. Elbow lifts up. Right elbow. Crown of the head lengthens away from the shoulders. Good. You're here for 3. 2. Use your thigh muscles. Lift the kneecaps. Firm the belly. Get longer. Good. Release your hands from that. Keep your pyramid legs, please. Good. Now block under the left hand. Right arm reaches straight out. You're going to take a revolve triangle here. This is where the books come in handy for me. Just rotating from the right ribs to the right hand. That right hand doesn't need to make 12 o'clock. There's no expectations of yourselves or from me. So guide yourselves with the breath. Keep lengthening through the sternum, opening from the right ribs. Good. Right hip wants to draw forward. Don't let it. Draw it to the back of the mat. Keep firming up through the inner thighs. Good. Now look down. You're going to take this into revolved half moon. The blocks might need to shift forward. Left leg lifts up. Get long. So just like warrior 3, you're parallel to the floor. Right ribs rotate to right hand. Good. One big inhale. Release the right hand. Take a long breath in. Press away through the heel. Lengthen through your sternum. Take this into standing leg split. Good. Now the torso lengthens over your right thigh. It gives the left leg, a little bit of counterweight. So let the head get heavy. Press through the right foot and lift and lengthen through the left foot. Yes. Curtsy squat. Bend both knees, drop the hips. Inhale, left leg high. Curtsy squat. Inhale, left leg high for 3 more. Good. 2. I feel it. 1 more. Lengthen and lift. Stay with me. We're going to open this up into half moon. So shift the block or your support under your right hand. Rotate your left toes to your left long edge of your mat. And as you keep pushing down, I need a little bit more height. As you keep pushing down, rotate left ribs up, left arm up. And now another option would be to come up against a wall. Using the wall. A lot of stability here because you've got your shoulders and your hips up against the wall. You can really play with that right hand. I know you're feeling it.
Press through the right leg, lengthen through the left leg. Take one big breath in and release into your warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Find side angle. Stay with me. We're almost there on this side. So side angle, your right forearm lightly on your right thigh. Left fingers reach up. You're welcome to extend your side angle. But what I want you to notice is your torso. Is it tipping forward? Can you keep your right glute squeezed under? This is where we tend to go to make the ground. I want you to squeeze your right hip under and lift up, rolling up through the left hand. Wrap it up. Heart and hips open. Good. Look forward. Taking this into bird of paradise. Even if you're in a half bind, keep the bind. Right hand under the left thigh. Step forward. Press through the left foot and lift through the right foot. You've been here before. Stand tall. Extend the right leg for 3. One big reach. Bend your right knee. Stay with me. Right foot steps back. Warrior 2. Yes. Reverse your warrior and release into a runner's lunge. And please hold. Okay, before we come into a lizard lunge here, I want to play with another arm balance. So this arm balance actually looks a little more complicated than it is, but it takes a little bit to get low. Sometimes the hips being tight prevent it. So make sure your right foot is really grounding you. So you've got stability, firm through the right thigh, engage your glutes. Take your left hand to the outside of your left foot. So you've basically got your left back of your arm supporting the left under thigh. Now the right hand should be in line with your left toes. Hug the elbows in towards one another and drop down so this right elbow is basically holding your right ribs. The left elbow is holding your left thigh. From there, move your left leg out of the way. Tip forward. Firm your belly and lift and lengthen through both legs. Good. Come back down. It takes a few times. It doesn't happen overnight. Come into your lazy lizard. Drop your right knee. Uncurl your toes. And again, if the ground's too far away, bring your support system. Forearms under the shoulders. Lengthen and soften. Breathe a sigh of relief. You've hit the floor. Feel the ground. Let it be your stability. And then let the breath make your body feel soft, relaxed, secure. Now, again, the tendency here is to tuck the chin around the back. What that does is release the abdominals. Slight squeeze of the shoulder blades. Lengthen your sternum. Feel how the hips soften a little further forward and down. Don't force it. Good. Now, if you want to take a spinal twist from here, you're welcome to. I often like to come upright and even bring the support system to elevate my torso. You're rotating left hand around to the back of your mat and perhaps catching your right toes. Good. Release all the way back around. Curl your right toes under. Send the left leg up and back. 3-legged dog. Stay with me. Move my blocks out of the way. Bend your left knee. Open it up. Flip your dog. Now flip your dog or take a reverse tabletop. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Press to lift. Lengthen out. Chest lifts, hips lift. Feel the thighs, the glutes, the belly all working together to stabilize and elevate. One more big breath in. Long breath out. Back around high planks. Stay with me. Left hand roots. Right hand lifts. Vastisthasana. Now you can stack the feet here. You could keep them staggered. Find your variation. Maybe it's a balance. 3, 2, 1 big breath in and release. Take your vinyasa. Full breath in and a long breath out. 2 more. Good. 1 more. Long breath in. Open your mouth. Very nice work, you guys. One more side, so we even ourselves out. And you will notice one side has different strength than the other, different flexibilities. So adapt based on how your body's feeling. Left leg lifts. Step it up into your warrior one. And you know you're coming into gratitude pose. Take a moment. Set up your warrior. Square hips, firm belly and thighs. Keeping the sternum lifting. Your left arm extends up. Your right hand turns to the back of your mat and bends at the elbow. Catching your straps or catching your hands. You got those straps. Walk the hands as close towards one another as you can, straightening the front leg. As you straighten, arm up through the inner thighs. Feel like you're squeezing a block between your legs. Draw your hips squarely to the back of your mat. Firm your belly to your spine. Lengthen your sternum forward. It's a halfway lift. Now, if you feel that you have the ability to go a little lower, it's a sternum stretch towards your left toes. Again, shoulder blades slightly squeezed. You're not rounding your back. Hips remain square. Thighs remain actively engaged. If you're lowering over your thigh, let the head get long. An extension of the spine. Good. Halfway lift. If you went a little low, release the body. Take supports under your right hand. Keep your left hip drawing back by rooting through the ball of the left foot. Extending your left arm, slowly rotate your left ribs up. And maybe you follow it with your gaze. You can even bring your hands to your low back. Are the hips square and are they level? The tendency here is to let that right hip drop forward. Shift the heels back, the hips back so that right heel is just as grounded. Good. Look down, fly this into your revolved half mode. Parallel to the floor, strong thigh, belly, glutes, lengthen and rotate open. Release the left hand, lengthen your torso and lower it. Pressing the right heel away, lift up by rooting down. Good. On the exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale. Exhale, curtsy. 4 more. 3 more, excuse me. 2. 1 more curtsy squat, please. Good. Lengthen and lift. Beautiful. Now you're going to work into your revolve, into your half moon. So you're going to revolve your right toes. You're going to open up your right arm, or you're going to come up against the wall. Today, I definitely need the wall. I ended up doing a longer walk last night than I thought. I'm feeling it today. So find how your body feels. Give yourself some stability and support. You've never done the wall. Try it out. It allows you to rotate your right ribs up, shoulders and hips square against the wall. Press through the left leg, lift through the right hand. Get nice and long and strong. Softly lay back, warrior 2. Beautiful. Reverse your warrior. Side angle or extended side angle. Noticing if you're bumping into the left shoulder. It should be forming from the core in order to lift through the right side, keeping your left glute hugging under. But from here, wrap it up, half or full bind. Right ribs rotating up, left hip is still opening up, left knee tracking over the second toe. Take a moment. Let yourselves just arrive here. Good. Each pose is an experience in and of itself. As you look down, take your left hand under your left thigh, step your right foot forward. Rooting through the right leg, lifting through the left leg. Good. Gain stability by pressing and lifting, and then extend for 3. Good. 1 big stretch. Release back, warrior 2, facing the left edge of your mat. Reverse your warrior and release. Hold here in your runner's lunge. Let's try that on the balance once again. Even if you don't take flight, go ahead and give it a try. For those whose hips are tighter, I should mention, bring your Janet Ivanovich books in. Right hand under the right thigh so that it's on the outside of your right foot. Maybe plant it to the support system to bring the ground up to you. That way, when you lower your chest onto your elbows, it's not such a far reach. Left elbow hugging in under the left ribs. Now extend through the right leg, fire it up. Firm up through the left thigh, lift it up. Belly strength, press through the heels, squeeze through the thighs, lengthen through the sternum. Don't forget to breathe. Bring it back down, lazy lizard. Good, left knee lowers. Forearms to your support system, maybe to the block, but definitely get off your wrists. And then check in. Take a breath. Let it go. Good. Few more. Notice if you're letting go completely. I want you to still squeeze your shoulder blades, lengthen your sternum, firm your belly, and then sink into it. Breathe into it. Allow your body to awaken and then to soften. Good. Rooting down through the hands once again. You might keep a support system on your left hand. A few extra inches helps with the rotation. Right ribs to right hand towards left toes. Stay here or catch your left toes. Knowing that's not the end all be all. Noticing that you're supporting your low back, even here, belly's engaged. Heart's lifting to lengthen the spine. All rotations and back bends require more space. Release back around three-legged dog, and then flip your dog. Three-legged dog, flip your dog. Good. I know we're coming to an end. Let's finish the side out. Press down, lift up, and lengthen out. Can you press and lift and extend with one more breath? Clear it away, back through high plank. Spin the heels to the right, left arm high. Vastisthasana. Find your variation. Create length and lift. For 3, 2, good. One big reach. And release, high to low. Full breath in. And a long breath out. Good. Walk your feet a little closer to your hands. Bend your knees, lift your hands, and springer step into Malasana squat. Hands to heart center. Heart lifts, hips sink. Reconnect to your breath. Reconnect to your intentions. And just because we can, let's do one final arm balance and call it a day. Again, for me, the support system to bring the ground up. Right. So go ahead and lift your hips a little to bring your feet to parallel. Good. Bring your support behind your heels. Good. Now your hands are going to plant onto those supports. And as you do, you'll notice that you actually have to bend your knees to let your hands go that far through your legs. When you bend your knees, you're basically planting your thighs onto your elbows. Now, just like in crow pose, you have to firm the belly, lengthen the sternum, and look forward and up. So as you do that, squeeze your glutes, firm your belly, lift it up, keep lengthening forward. Now one leg extends, and then the other. Keep pressing down to lengthen and lift for 3, 2, 1, and release. Nice work, you guys. Roll down onto your backs. Give your knees a good squeeze. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Draw your knees wide to your armpits. Feel your back broaden and flatten. Sometimes a 75-minute classes just allows a little more of that opportunity and time. If you find that you still need a little bit more, you're welcome to work into a little bit of an abdominal series here, a hip opener, maybe a gentle bridge, and with something that allows your body to soften and settle. Happy baby, as we are here, or Viparita Karani.
You're not in a classroom, so you have a little more flexibility. Good. Hug your knees back into your chest. Drop both knees to the right. If you have back issues, use your blocks between your thighs. The more that you can broaden your knees, hips width, the more the back will appreciate it. Shoulders remain square. Heart opens, spine lengthens. Now I want you to actively roll your left ribs towards the left hand. Soften into it. Good. Come back through center. Hug knees to chest. Keep the knees tight to the chest as you roll them to the left. This is where you really feel the action of the twist. The more the knees can draw towards the upper left arm. The spine stays long, the belly firm to the spine. And as you look to the right hand, think of rolling your right ribs to the right hand. That's where the sensation of the twist comes. The lumbar wants to really tighten up as we get older. Take a nice full breath in. And clear it away. Good. Final squeeze of the knees. Draw your forehead to your knees. Hug it all in. On the exhale, send your legs long and wide. You can even take pillows under each knee. Reach your fingers forward so you feel your abdominals working. Your shoulders are lifted. Chin to the chest. Slowly lower one vertebra at a time. Palms up. Spread them wide. Final way to rest. Take another pillow and land it on your belly. It can even be your supports. Some way of adding some weight. This is a message to your parasympathetic nervous system that you're good. You're supported, you're safe. Got that blanket sensation. Take a full breath. Open your mouth, let it go. Feel your jaw relax and your breath come back to neutral. Your eyebrows release and your shoulders soften. You feel your limbs get heavy. And in the sensation of letting go and sinking, you still feel lightness and weightlessness surrounding you. This is your ultimate reset, mentally, physically, spiritually. Shavasana. This is your practice. This is your time. You're welcome to stay here in Shavasana and close out your practice in your own time. Or gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And draw your knees to your chest, giving yourself some love and appreciation for all that you do, for showing up on your mats, especially at 6:30 in the morning or whatever time it is in your time zone. And as you roll into the fetal position, seal your practice with your cheek or your forehead to the mat. Feel the ground, feel the stability. Notice the changes that have occurred internally, that ease, that awakening, that balance, and carry that with you to seated. Stand up nice and tall, bring your hands to heart center. Bring your intentions back to your thoughts.
And hold on this final thought for the rest of your day. Hope and fear cannot occupy the same space. Invite one to stay. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me this morning. I hope to see you again. Look for me, Talene McCarthy, on YouTube. I'll have more videos coming at you. Thank you.